Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We are here for the Starting 11 show, the first home game of the season for Arsenal. It's Arsenal versus Leeds United. And what will the Starting 11 be? Will Eze be in that Starting 11? Smarty Marty. I mean, right, we don't know.
No, you can't.
We got here today, Lee Judges in the building.
How are we doing?
And he's been newly named, as Lee calls him, Smarty Marty, right? The Oracle. Smarty Romano.
Hold on a minute here.
Smarty Romano, you know what I mean?
Hold on a minute. Listen, come on. He's had one scoop. Right,
One scoop?
One scoop, like, you know what I mean? And all
How
of a
many
sudden...
have you had?
Well, I haven't had none, but...
How long have you been here?
all of a sudden, he's on every show, like, presenting, like, you know, what's going on, like, you know?
How many scoops you had? Look how long you've been here. How many scoops you ever had?
Well, I've had no scoops. I don't claim to be an I don't be. I'm not a scooper. I'm not a scooper pooper. I'm not one of them. Like,
Your days could be coming to an end, mate.
You watch it next week. Next week he'll be coming in. He'll be like sponsored by Smarties. It's not on like that. What's going on?
Sounds like you need to up your game.
But we're looking forward to the starting lineup, which will be coming out, 15 minutes time. We'll bring that to you as soon as we get that. Of course, we're all looking forward to the first game of the season. Looking forward to it, Lee?
Yeah, I've had a bad day so far, I can't lie.
What's up?
Well, I've gone out last man standing.
You're out already?
I'm out, yeah. You know I'm bloody out, Robbie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know, I should have listened to Marty. Like, he's, you know what I mean? He's sailing through it.
I tried to tell you, Lee. I did try and tell you, but
people warned me about this one, like game for City, but the hatred for Tottenham was too much for me not to go for it. Like, you know, and I should have gone Arsenal Leeds. Should have gone that one.
I mean, that's crazy to go for City,
crazy.
especially when you consider. Remember, Tottenham beat them last year.
Yeah,
I don't think they've lost away at the Etihad now for about 3-4 seasons.
I think they have.
They've got a great record there, and you know they deserve to win as well. You know what I mean? Like, I thought City were very average, weren't they?
I got my brother living with me at the moment because he's over from Thailand.
Oh, he's a big Tottenham fan,
A
isn't he?
big Tottenham fan, so I'm going to have his smirky face when I get in. Like,
Well, as long as we win.
Well, that's what matters now. That's all that
thing.
matters now. That safety net's gone from this game now. We have to win.
Listen, I think even if you know, Spurs got battered 5-0, we still can't afford to lose this game today. This is a game where a lot of people will be expecting us to win, Lee, and this is where we need to be better this season than we were last season, which is our home form. Yeah, we won most of our games at home, but sometimes the performances weren't great. We struggled against teams that put in a low block. Even though it's the second game of the season, I think there's going to be a lot of scrutiny on Arsenal to see how they perform.
Exactly that, because, you know, like, obviously last week, you know, look, we got the great result, but there was questions on the performance and how we played. So today we need to put a statement out there, like, you know, we dug in and got a result because it was a difficult game, difficult circumstances. But today, Leeds at home, newly promoted, look, had a great result on Monday Night Football. But first game at home, if you're going to be what we think we're going to be, you've got to make a statement today, like, you know, and that's what I'm expecting. I am expecting a statement performance today and win, I have to say.
Yeah, and it's been put out there that they want fans to get into the ground 20 minutes before kickoff, Marty. Is that because they're going to be announcing Eze on the pitch?
I think they're going to be parading him around the pitch.
Is that another scoop?
It could well be, mate. Could well be.
So what is it? What is it? What are you saying?
Come on!
What is it then? Is he going to be on the pitch or not?
I think he is, yeah. I think he is.
Think or no?
I'm not. I'm confident.
That's good
We
enough.
know how these things. We know how
me.
these things can go. We know how these things go. You're so basically now you're just going to constantly be putting me on the spot for everything and expecting me to have all the answers. Is that how it is?
Yeah, well, listen.
Pretty much
that's
so,
what you call
like,
Smarty Marty.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Marty, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, like, you know, but they'll be parading him on the pitch, which is something they haven't always done over the years. They did bring Gyökeres onto the pitch over in Singapore, but this will be one of the first times I remember Arsenal sort of bringing a new signing onto the pitch at the Emirates.
It's first game of the season. Like you said, we need to make a statement. We are playing a decent Leeds side, even though they come up from the Championship. I mean, against Everton, they gave them a really good game. They applied a lot of pressure. They're a very big side. They're a very, very physical side. But sometimes they struggle to get in behind teams. And it's going to be a very very interesting game, and like Lee says, it's the perfect game to make a statement. And look, that's one thing that Arsenal make a very good job of, and that's making a spectacle of things and making this is the first game of the season. I mean, waited months since May, the back end of May, for this day right here, right now, to go to the Emirates and watch silky smooth football at the carpet.
We hope so.
It's gonna.
We hope so. I mean,
it's gonna.
There's a lot of new signings, and all eyes today is going to be on, all right, all eyes will be on Eze at the start for the announcement, but once the game kicks off, all eyes are going to be on another signing, and that's Victor Gyökeres. Didn't have a great start last week, even though we won the game, of course. But him personally, it wasn't an inspiring performance by him. He'll be hoping that he can get a lot more chances. Mikel Arteta was saying that, he's trained really well this week, looks a lot more fitter than he was last week. What are you expecting from Victor Gyökeres today?
Well, a bit better than what I see on Sunday against Man United, but this is a different game. We're at home. We were expected to have a lot more of the ball, and I think at the end of the day, talking about this, with my mates just before I come here, this is I think he needs to score today just to take the pressure off of him, the team, and us fans as well. Because as soon as Arsenal beat Man United, they're on to you, everybody trying to say a poor performance. Oh well, Gyökeres didn't score, So we've got to end that, get a goal today, and that just takes all of that away, So, and I think, listen, there's massive pressure on Arsenal this season. We know that, but try and temper it down a little bit. Him scoring goals does that, And listen, he's not going to score every week, but at home you'd be looking at him to be notching goals, And I think that's the key thing. I don't think he is 100% fit at the moment, so I think that's why we're all giving it a little bit of a pass. But today, big opportunity for him to, out of everybody today. Don't get me wrong, always like to see Saka score and do this and that. But the one person I want to see score today is Gyökeres, you know what I mean? That's that. If we win 1-0 and it's Gyökeres, I'll take it now, But 4-0 I take without Gyökeres scoring. Well, I'm not so sure, you know what I mean? So that's how important it is that he does get a goal.
Yeah, and it would be good for him to get a goal because remember next week, first of all we've got to get the win, but that's the most important thing. But say Gyökeres, we did get a win and he scored. That lifts his confidence up ahead of a massive game next week away at Anfield.
Huge game, absolutely huge game. And what couldn't be a better game for Eze to start in next season? The thing with bringing Eze in at this time of the season, don't forget he's fully pre-seasoned. And he's already started Premier League, so he'll be ready for that game. And yeah, I think today is the perfect. Pre-season we've had some good games. There's been some disjointed games, and obviously last week, as we've all said against Trafford. Listen, at Old Trafford, getting 3 points is the one, but we didn't cover ourselves in glory in the way that we played. It was resolute, and we got the job done how we needed to get it done. And it would be nice to see today a different Arsenal controlling game and really, really going at this team. And with that Leeds team, where they like to come at you on the front foot, I think that could work in our favour because a team that will sit behind 11 men behind the ball, sometimes we can struggle to break these teams down.
Yeah, I get a feeling that you won't see a Leeds coming at Arsenal today, that they'll change their tactics and they will be more defensive and will rely, and this was an issue for Arsenal last season. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with this. They will rely on transition, and they've got two wide players that are very quick, Nonto and Dan James, very, very lightning quick. Arsenal have to be very watchful of those two players.
Yeah, 100%. And I think there was a couple of teams last season that come to the Emirates and opened up, and they got done quite easily, So if you're a manager, there's two ways to look at it. You go out and play against Arsenal, give it a good go and get stuffed, or sit in and nick something, And listen, the first goal's key, Rob. You look at the game earlier on today. Spurs got that goal. Once they got that goal, they're in control. So you don't want to be chucking men forward and going up against it out of things. So Leeds will sit in there. They're, as you say, they look to be dangerous on the break, and we're going to have to be at our very, very best today to win this game. I don't think that this is like one of those games where everybody. I'm not going to go into the game today expecting us to blow away Leeds. I'm not. Like, you know, if we do, fantastic. I think
a lot of fans will be expecting that.
I get that. But I think it's going to be a really difficult, tough game. But it's a good test for us today. I think this is a good test for Mikel, and it's a good test for the team. Can you come and pass this in flying colours? I do think that Leeds will sit in there, and make it. If they don't and they come out and play, I think that I'd look at that and I'd be scratching my head and going, why would you do that? When you know that Arsenal's Achilles heel is teams sitting in against us.
Yeah, super chat from Alex Smith. He says we have to win big here. Can't let the Spuds be on top. Yeah, they'd be on 5-0.
5-0 we've got to win today.
I don't think Tottenham are on top though.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah.
They would at this moment in time. They got 6 points.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not on top of that, but they are
on top of that. But it's all about results now. Eze ain't playing today, so it's about getting those results in, isn't
City
it?
have gone so there's another team gone down with 100% record. So at the moment, there was only 7 teams, weren't there?
Yeah.
And now there's 6.
Oh look, I wouldn't be too worried, if I'm honest with you, about Tottenham Hotspur at this present point in time. I'd be more worried about us. Listen, obviously, if we lose or draw today, then it's not going to be a good result. But it's very important for us to go in and put.
But then on the other hand, if we win today, it's off to a great start. Because that game last week was really, really, on paper, it's a tough ask to go first game of the season. We drew there last year, so we went one better than what we did there last year. And if we get a win today, that's like 2 wins in a row. I mean, that's off to a great start. That's the sort of start that Mikel Arteta will be dreaming about. So we're going to get the team very, very shortly. Ange2509 says, facts, Lee, we will pass the test with ease. The bigger test is next week, which I predict we will win comfortably. Liverpool will fall off like City have started to do. This is too early to be saying those things. Even with City, it's too early. Will Eze be in the ground today, says Bassano 2031. Yes, he will.
According to Marty.
And according to Marty, he says he's going to be paraded on the pitch before the game starts. And they are saying
he's getting the number 10.
He's getting the number 10.
Are they getting number 10? Is he getting number 10?
Number 10, mate.
All right, Arsenal are changing to 2 number 10s now, says Spartacus. Is Eze playing? Is he playing?
No,
Christopher?
No, he's not playing. He's ineligible. He wasn't registered. The medical and the registration wasn't done in time.
He was seen at the ground yesterday. Was it yesterday or this morning? He's been spotted.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, so you're
smart
as well.
Yeah.
I told him earlier.
Don't forget to hit that like button on the video, guys. We are getting ready to know what the starting 11 was going to be. Would you go same starting 11 as last week?
Yes.
Exactly the same, yeah?
Yeah, I think Calafiori deserves to start at left back. Ben White, maybe if he's not 100% fit, Timber coming in, but I would still stick with Ben White because I think he's probably a little bit more better for us on an attacking point of view, and I think Martinelli deserves another shout up top, especially he worked hard last week, but this is when we're going when you expect him to be a little bit more on the front foot. I think he deserves that chance,
Okay. You talking to me, says with the super chat, he says, as an Arsenal fan, we had the easiest start out of everyone. We should be winning these games. If we don't, sack him. This should be our year. I'm sorry. Last week, out of all the Big 6 teams, Arsenal had the hardest game out of all the Big 6 teams to go away to Old Trafford, where they've got new players. And remember, as bad as United were last year, that was against sort of mid teams downward. When they came up against the big teams at home, they were a lot different, right? I don't think Liverpool beat them there.
No,
we didn't beat them there. City didn't beat them there. They were a different team. And to go away there on the first game of the season, we were there.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was really, really good. I have to say, the pace was rocking. They had brand new signings in Mbeumo and Cunha. That was a very, very difficult game. You know what I mean? That was. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking to me, all right? But I don't agree with that at all. I mean, that was a hard game.
Yeah, historically, going to Old Trafford is. We never. I remember even all the title winning sides. We were speaking about this the other day in 1990-91, the Battle of Old Trafford. That brawl, we won the title. We won the title clearly. We were a fantastic side that season. We only won 1-0 then. Yeah. It was in 99 as well when we won won 1-0. 98. That's it. 1-0. And we never go there and beat them 3-4-0.
Yep.
And it's always a
all right, I'm going to interrupt you there, Marty, because I think I do have the team, right? So I've got the team here, right? So in goal, we got David Raya. Timber does start at right back. Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori, Lee. So you've got your wish there, Calafiori in from the start.
I ain't got my wish further on, though.
Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard in the midfield. And up front, we've got Saka, Madueke playing over on the left-hand side, and Victor Gyökeres down the middle. So that's a bit of a surprise. Madueke playing on the left. On the bench is Kepa, Mosquera, Martinelli, Kivior, Trossard, Wanyeri, Marino, Lewis Skelly, and Max Dowman makes the bench. So that's exciting to see Max Dowman on there. Bit surprised that Madueke starts ahead of Martinelli and Trossard.
Absolutely delighted, Robbie. Like, you know what I mean? Absolutely delighted. £52 million. Pressure's off him a little bit now.
But on the left-hand side, starting, that surprised me a little bit.
I mean, like, this is where, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, like, we win today, you know, Mikel gets all the praise, doesn't he? And rightly so. If we don't, you know, the pressure's on him, and that's how it is. So it's a big call. But I think it's a confidence booster as well, like, for Madueke. Like, I'm not too disappointed by it, you know what I mean? I think this is the time for him to shine. I'll tell you what, one thing I will say about it, like, if you can have a debut like he did and then get a start next time, he's done bloody well, because that's probably the worst debut I've ever seen, like, you know what I mean? So for a very, very long while.
Yeah. So defensively, though, because he had to do a lot of defensive work.
Yeah, he must have trained well this week, that's all.
Yeah, well, he's Madueke, Gyökeres, Saka, that's the front three.
I love that.
You happy Madueke starting on the left-hand side? Listen, I don't think anyone has a problem with him on the right-hand side. But on the left-hand side, has he got enough on that side?
I think what you're going to find is you're going to see Madueke and Saka switching over at times. I think it gives that versatility. I think you're going to see something different. Also, starting the game as opposed to coming off the bench at Old Trafford. Like you guys say, listen, it's a tough place to go. I don't care who you are, the human beings going on in front of that crowd. And listen, we were under pressure at that time. There wasn't really any player apart from David Raya, and even in the first half he wasn't good. So I wouldn't judge Madueke on that performance. No. I saw him in pre-season against Athletic Club. And I liked some of the stuff I saw. I see him getting down the touch line, getting some balls into Gyökeres. He linked up well with Gyökeres. There's a lot of potential there. And listen, he is a player that is not afraid to take on players. And I love seeing that. You know, I love being entertained by football players that want to deliver and want to beat their man. Is he going to do it every time? No, it's just unrealistic. You know, there's no winger on his plane that beats his man every time. But I do believe that he offers a level of directness towards goal. And listen, if it all goes wrong, then we've got Eze for next week, haven't we? So
the other thing to look at, and the bigger picture of it, is that, you know, Martinelli now is backing up Gyökeres. So like, if he was to play today, like, and there, you know what I mean, like, with 20 minutes to go from the end, put him over there, he's not going to be fresh and whatever, like, you know what I mean. So it's a bit harsh, but at the end of the day, like, there will be about 20-25 minutes of this game to go. Then when Martinelli's going to come on, we'll be a different animal to what we are with Gyökeres. So I think that's why they've done that. So, you know, you don't want, like, Martinelli can't back up Gyökeres if he's run his race on the left hand side. So that's how it's going to be. So listen, I think it's, you know, a bit harsh on Martinelli, but at the end of the day, you know, that's going to be his role now. He's going to be like the centre forward backup, or the centre forward, in my opinion. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, Hand of Arsenal, you know, the account on Twitter has been pretty, should I say, who was been pretty good with this whole Eze situation over the summer. He's saying that Eze expectation is to announce the signing of Eze around about 5 p.m. today. right? So is that you, Hand of Arsenal? It's not you, is it?
I ain't saying nothing, mate.
No, I think like, when they say to you, like, you get into the ground 20 minutes before the end, there's... They ain't
20 minutes before the start,
They ain't handing out free burgers, are they?
You might be one of them tifos.
Unfortunately not. Yeah. Well, the lopsided one.
The lopsided tifo.
Just quickly on that note, what you say, Leo. For me, I prefer Martinelli down the middle as a number 9. I think that's his position. And with Trossard, I love seeing Trossard come on after 60, 70 minutes. And to be able to bring Trossard, you know, if Gyökeres is still not quite fit and you can get 70 minutes, 75 minutes, 80 minutes out of him, and then you can bring on Martinelli and Trossard for Gyökeres and Madueke. I mean, that's some serious squad depth, because we all know that Trossard's a match winner. We all know, how many times have we seen that guy come off the bench and nick us a winner? And, you know... that I love seeing this current Arsenal squad in the situation it's in right now.
Could we see Max Dowman at any stage today? He's on the bench.
Ooh, I'd like to. Oh, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? He impressed in pre-season. You know, he's still on school holidays, so why not? Like, you know what I mean? So,
he finished his homework and
he ain't got no homework this week, so
he's got his GCSEs. He actually did. Actually, no, he's 15, isn't he? He ain't even done his GCSEs.
No,
it's crazy.
He ain't
even done his GCSEs.
He's on his 6
yet.
weeks holiday, like, and he's had to come into work.
That's crazy.
Most people have paper rounds at that. You know, and he's got to play with the Arsenal. Fantastic.
Big game for Zubimendi as well. He also didn't light it up.
I thought he'd done all right though last week. I thought he was neat and tidy, like, you know what I mean. So listen, I think like Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard. If I've been really honest, if you want to go down they got outdone by Man United's midfield last week. Like, they can't let that happen too often. So they need to be on their game today. Declan Rice needs to be a little bit sharper than what he was last week, which we all know he will be. You know, I mean, you're all entitled to have an off day. But I don't think Zubimendi was that bad last week. I thought he was pretty decent.
All right, let me give you the Leeds side. It's in goal, Perry, Bogle, Gudmundsson, Strike, Roden, Griev, Stack, Tanaka, James, Nonto, and Pirro. That is their starting lineup for the game today. I think that's more or less the same team that started against Everton. And they got that 1-0 win in that game with the penalty.
They got Calvert-Lewin on the bench. He causes us problems.
On the bench is no Calvert-Lewin, not Calvert-Lewin. Harrison's on the bench, who's gone back there. Aronson's on the bench, but no Calvert-Lewin on the bench, so he's obviously not fully fit yet. Longstaff as well, who they bought from Newcastle. He's on the bench as well. But the it's going to be that James Nonto sort of wide players that are the threat on the counter-attack. They are two very, very quick players.
Yeah, listen, and they are a big, tough, physical side as well. Look, let's not forget that about Leeds. They've got some big guys in that side, you know, and they do like to come at you from the sides, and you know, and this is where I think the game could be a bit more open, which will suit us a lot better than potentially.
I just don't think it's going to be open, Marty. I just agree. I agree with Lee where he says, if you've been studying Arsenal, you ain't going to come and be open.
I get that. I'm not saying it's going to be end to end and they're going to be going at us, but I think there are going to be times in the game where they're going to fancy their chances.
Well, listen, on the counter attack, but I just can't see them coming and being on. I mean, listen, I could be wrong, but coming and being on the front foot.
But that's how they played last season. It's a lot of.
That's in the Championship.
No, I get it. I get it.
And Brentford was on the front foot in the Championship. When they came to the Premier League, they were the most defensive teams out there. So I just don't see it. I mean, if they come and try to be on the front foot, I think that'd be a big mistake on their part. I hope they are.
Yeah.
But you know, Jack Stephen Harmon was super chat. He says Zubimendi played with a sickness bug against United. I did hear that. This week that they said
right, let's get that right out of the room. Like, if that's the case, you shouldn't be playing. Once you go over that yellow line, once you go over that white line, there's no excuses. If you're fit to play.
Well, he didn't make an excuse, did he?
Well, I'm not saying he did. So why are you bringing it up then?
No, because it's just a factual thing, isn't it? What's wrong with bringing it up?
I'm not interested in that. Like, if you're fit to play, you're fit to play.
No, but hold on, they didn't
fit to play.
Hold on, they didn't bring it up on the day. He's just making the point of saying it. No, I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that. He didn't bring it up on the day. He didn't use it as an excuse. No. But it emerged afterwards that he was playing with a sickness bug. You're the type of fan, right? You who would be if he had said he couldn't play because he's got a bad bad bug. You'd be there. No, listen, I know you, man. I know you too well down. I know you too well down the years. You'd be like, look, he's got a bloody cold. Get out there and play.
And he did. And he did, and he done all right. I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, he didn't play well because of a sickness bug." I thought he done okay.
He did all right.
I think he done all right. So listen, if he ain't got a sickness bug, he'd do a lot bloody better today, then, wouldn't he?
I think with that, then if it was that bad, then you've got the option of playing Norgard instead.
But Norgard's out injured, so that's why. So he had to play.
He could play Declan Rice in there and Marino. I don't buy that. If you've got a 70% fit Zubimendi, I'd rather have a 100% fit Marino, wouldn't you, or not?
Yeah, I hear that.
Listen, I think he
felt good enough to play, and he played,
done all right.
So he did, He
weren't measured. It didn't have to be, Rob. This is the other thing. It didn't have to be unbelievable last week, did he? Because we won.
Exactly. Michael Silva with another super chat says Madueke to assist Gyökeres from the left incoming. Accept it 12 says Liverpool won at Old Trafford with ease. 3-1 today. Jack Stephen Harmon 71 says Zubi played with us. I already did that one. And
we want to go again with that one there.
Amarin Rashid. No, sorry. He said Amin Rashid. Sorry. He says, Robbie, what phase are you in? Glory, glory, Man United. It was Amarin. What phase are you in? Yeah. What phase? Because last year your phase was in the mud. So what phase are you in? Right. So don't worry about us, mate. Don't worry about our phase. But
glory
the pressure is on.
Glory in defeat.
Big up to Kugan Cassius in the studio, of IFL TV, massive boxing. You ever watch his channel, the boxing channel?
Yeah, I love boxing.
You liar. You answered that with a hesitation in your voice.
Have you seen the size of them? Of course I'm going to say that, like, I mean, look at them like that. I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley, I'm telling you that now.
Great channel, best boxing channel on YouTube, right? So make sure you check it out. And also, massive Arsenal. Me and him have been going to Arsenal since Highbury days.
Yeah. I remember. I know. Like,
yeah. He sort of helped you. Don't big him up too much. Right? Don't big him up too much.
I only watch the boxing, like the guys, the big fights. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be into it all the time. Like, I get that.
You only watch the big fights?
Yeah. Well,
what do you make of that Itoma guy the other day? He looked good.
Naughty. Yeah. Mate, he done a job on him properly.
Yeah,
done a proper job on him, quick and all, quick.
Yeah,
he's a great. He's got the potential to be an unbelievable fighter. He doesn't look like like his physique wise. When you get him in the ring, his punching accuracy, his speed, his timing, his movement is absolutely phenomenal.
Get him on the channel, guys. Marty. I'll tell you what, there's so much talent.
And he picked Dillian White apart piece by piece, just very quickly, and it was so precise. And Dillian White ain't no mug.
No,
he ain't. He's a tough guy. He's not the easiest guy to just stick away like that. And he done it in, just flash, bang, and then he's out. He's finished. Finitos.
Yeah. You see,
so Kugan, if you want me, if you want me, get me.
So he's got knowledge in everything. He's got knowledge in football.
Scooby Marty,
right? Knowledge in boxing.
Knowledge in boxing.
Your days could be numbered, mate. So see you later.
I'll tell you what, let's get a ring up now, guys. Come on.
Did you hear Julian the other day say that he'll take me on in the ring?
Julian,
I swear to God, I want to.
Hold on, he never said that. He said he'd beat you in the ring.
Exactly. I want to line that up, but I'm putting it out there right now. I'm throwing out the challenge, and I'll do it without even any
misfits. You'll do a misfits,
bro. Misfits, whatever fit. I'll do it without training.
He actually said,
"I will do it without training."
He said because how it come about because like Robbie's lost a little bit of weight, right? He said like he's a little bit weak now, and
he says I'm not intimidating no more, right? So
he said, like he did say he goes in a ring.
Oh, we got this.
I swear to God.
This is a call out with the main man, Kugan Cassius, inside the building. Put this on IFL. Right now, we've got the main man, Robbie Don Lyle, lining up misfits with Julian.
I'll do it without training.
Let's get it on.
There'll be a few tickets sold for that, won't there?
Wakey Wines, actually.
Who?
You know Wakey Wines?
Who's Wakey Wines?
Who's Wakey Wines?
Who's Wakey Wines?
Up Leeds, who does the shop.
That guy, the Wakey one. Actually, I'm too old to fight, but I'll fight Julian though.
We've got an exclusive live.
By the way, just a couple of the results. Well, not results. Coming to games so far. Bournemouth are winning 1-0.
Portsmouth have equalised.
Portsmouth.
Yeah.
All right. Bournemouth winning 1-0 against Wolves, and Wolves have had a man sent off. Totti Gomez. Who's been sent off. Burnley beating Sunderland 1-0. I'm sure I predicted that Burnley could win that game.
What have you gone for in the last man standing?
Arsenal, man. Arsenal.
I don't
Brentford beating Aston Villa by a goal to nil at the moment as well. Ouattara with a
Good
goal.
manager, that Uri Emery.
We'll ask Yardman.
Yeah.
By the way, Yardman. Remember Yardman said that Eze is never coming to Arsenal.
I'll tell you what, he ain't coming today. He ain't going to come back. He's not coming today.
He might be ducking out today, isn't it?
Oh, he can man.
He might be ducking out.
He wasn't even happy last week, was he?
Oh, he's never happy, man. He's never happy, that guy, I'll tell you. Let me just do a couple more super chats. We've got here, Oliver Run says, good evening from Tokyo, Japan. Come on, you Gunners. Big up to you, Oliver Run. And AFC Forever says, is Noni not getting back and Calafiori bombing up the pitch a concern? That's a good point.
Well, it is a very good point, but I'm pretty sure Mikel won't allow that to happen. The way he
was terrible last week. I think that's where last week people said he had a bad game. Well, it's necessary going forward. He didn't really have much forward work to do, but he was getting absolutely roasted by
Nonny. That's what I'll say. Get
by
roasted.
Ahmad. Yeah, he's going to have to defend a lot better than that, because that's one thing that Martinelli does do.
Yeah, it may be like today we'll have a lot more of the ball. I don't know.
I feel like Martinelli today is more of a backup to Gyökeres than so it's interesting. All right, let me give you the team again. This is the Arsenal team that's going to start the game today and play against Leeds. It's David Raya in goal. Jurrien Timber is back in the team. Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, and Martin Odegaard. And up front is Saka, Madueke, and Victor Gyökeres. That is the team. The bench is Kepa, Mosquera, Martinelli, Kivior, Trossard. I just noticed Kivior's back in that's significant. Kivior, Wanyeri, Marino, Lewis Skelly, and Max Dowman.
So Ben White's not on.
Ben White's not in the team at all.
That's why he's in it then.
Yeah, and probably Mosquera will come in if they need someone to come in at right back. So that's the team to play today. Don't forget to check out the watch along. I think the guys were saying they're going to start the watch along just before 5 because all the rumours are that Eze is going to be brought out onto the pitch. They're telling people to get into the stadium 20 minutes before the start of the game. So Eze could be brought out onto the pitch. Well, according to Smarty Mighty, Eze will be brought out onto the pitch and announced as an Arsenal player. So you don't want to miss that.
In a number 10 shirt.
So make sure you check out the watch along.
Called him Marty.
Check out the watch so you can get their reaction to that as well. Guys, thanks very much. Just before we go, I haven't got the predictions yet. Marty.
I'm going for 3-0. I'm going for 3-0 today. Yeah, I believe that we are going to come strong, and I believe that we are going to get the job done. And I believe we've got the resources to do it, and I do not see why not.
All right, 3-0.
2-0 for me.
2-0. I'm going 2-0 as well. Coogan in the background. 4-1. Coogan's going 4-1. All right, 4-1. Well, listen, we'll take any of those, right? Let's hope we just have a good performance by Arsenal. But as I said, don't forget to be back for the watch along here. We're doing a big watch along for the game. You don't want to miss it. Cecil's in the building, so make sure you check it out. And thanks for watching, and we'll be back very soon.